go. I look at the video. I watch the social media. I listen to news, not just social media postings. I also read important information that is helping us now in the success we are getting in the United States of Biafra. So again, I saw that. And again, like Honorable Okpara has said, it is our duty, it is our job, everybody listening to me here, to continue to refute lies anywhere you see that. Continue to refute the lies by making sure you know where the truth is. If you're confused, call me, ask me. My number is all over the world. I get this phone is like bim, 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 bim every second and all that. That's how my phone goes, both messages, both calls and all that. I respond as much as possible. I don't have a problem in responding to people's messages. And luckily, those responses have put people on the right track. That's why Prime Minister has always said, if you are working for Biafran, you must be accessible to Biafrans. You cannot be working for Biafrans and you say, oh, people are calling you too much, your phone is ringing too. Then you need to resign from that post immediately. Because Biafrans need to have access to you. They have to ask you questions that they don't know. Especially when you have saboteurs that are pretending to be around Briggy, to be around the Prime Minister, to be around Onyendu Nnamdi. How do they know the truth if you do not explain to them? Because the agents of the Nigerian state, agents of the delegitimized governors, they pretend that they are with us. They pretend that it's not Briggy. So unless you explain to Biafrans, they will not know. Again, anybody that's 18 years above, you know, most of them they know, but they still want to do stupid shit. Sorry for my word. So sometimes they know, but they still want to follow the wrong people. But again, the accessibility, the time to relax, the time to watch, the time to go out and listen, hear from the people, hear from the communities is very, very important as you, as a leader. Because if you don't listen to that, if you don't know, how are you going to refute the lies? How are you going to tell them the truth? I give an example. There was somebody that posted something that during the failed election of the Nigerian state of Soludo, the legitimized governor in Anambra State, sitting that place. We'll take him out in that place very soon. I promise you that. He already knows what is coming. When somebody said that, oh, the DPM went to post INEC, Nigeria INEC polling stations, polling booths to Biafra. What does she mean? It's because she's a Fulani agent. She's working for Nigerian government. That's why she posted the Nigerian polling centers. These are criminals in this trouble. Again, the genuine Biafrans that knew the reason why somebody brought those polling centers. I have to post those polling booths in the old Anambra State because the legitimized Soludo was ready with his part to rig elections in all those polling centers. And the specific instruction I told Biafrans, mount cameras in those polling areas. It is in your backyard. These are in our communities. There are cameras that are less than, that are very, very cheap. Mount one or two there. Stay in your house. Record those the videos, record those cameras. On that day, Nigeria had their election, and send it to the United States of Biafra government email. And many Biafrans send recordings of what happened in some of those polling centers. That was why Soludo could not manipulate some of the numbers that they used to do in the past, where no election will happen in a particular polling center. He will tell you there were 5,000 that were recorded back. It is because of the action of the United States of Biafra government. That instruction was given to make sure that there is no room for the criminality of the Nigerian state. So they couldn't manipulate the numbers. That is why in a population of almost 5 million, 4 to 5 million indigenous, less than 400,000 is what puts Soludo where it is. Less than 500,000 votes. Less than 500,000 votes in a population of over 4 million. Nobody should be proud of that. Soludo already know he has a problem. Because the question is, if the people that they manipulated to vote for him was less than 500,000, where is the remaining 4 million Biafrans that did not vote for him? All of those are with the United States of Biafra government. They are Biafrans. So for the criminals, for the agents of the Nigerian state that I said, oh, Dr. Robinson said there'll be no election in the old Anambra State, and the election happened because they are illiterates, they are mediocres, they can't even configure the numbers. It is our job to look at the totality of that sham Tinubu and Soludo conducted in the old Anambra State. And the Biafrans know that it is an outright failure. Because when you have a population of 4 to 5 million Biafrans in the old Anambra State, and we only have 3 solid governors that we were elected on record, called Soludo, who we say, oh, election happened. No, that's not election. That is not election. When you have just less than 15% of the population of people and 85% is against you, I am going to watch and see how Soludo will succeed. Or we continue to use his terrorism in Anambra. We will take him out. Again, I'm just telling him. I'm just telling him and his cohorts and Tinubu again. The United States of Biafra government, we keep calling for the path of peace, but we cannot call for peace for a long time while we put our hands and the Nigerian state continue to kill us. Because at the end of the day, it will come to our table. It will come to my table. It will come to the table of the United States of Biafra government. So it is better. Why don't they do it now? The earlier, the better. The earlier, the better, because we are going to protect Biafra land. Any Nigerian security, police, military in Biafra land at this time is occupying a foreign land. The Biafra defense, you see them. You see them. They are not playing, I'm telling you. These Biafran kids, this time around, they are not joking. I'm telling you. Those of you that are in Ebubago, that are in Operation Udegaji, you must resign immediately. You must leave the Nigerian state immediately. If you are a true Biafran, you must remove yourself from Ebubago, Operation Udegaji, from around Soludo. You must leave immediately. Immediately. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and I know the reason why I'm telling you. Because I want peace. I want everything to be peacefully resolved. Nigeria, you go your own way. Biafrans, we already go our own way. Withdraw your terrorist military and police from our land. If you don't withdraw them, we will move them out. We will make them leave. It's a promise. So for those of you that are in Ebubago and Operation, again, you need to leave all those Southeast delegitimized governors immediately. Immediately. And once you do that, call the governor in your state. We have 40 state governors. Call that governor. Tell them you don't want to be with Nigeria delegitimized governor anymore. And the governor will tell you what to do. Whether Soludo has given you anything, whether the Nigeria state has given you any resources, move that immediately and call your state governor. These state governors are either your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your family. The commissioners are either your brothers, your sisters, your friends. Call them immediately and tell them you do not want to work with the terrorist state of Nigeria anymore. I am open to welcoming people. I'm not that bad, but it is for your own good interest. Some of us have seen the video that the Ahmadike people, indigenous, made, where they are now. They've done a 360. I know they've always been good people, but they were deceived by those that think that they can create chaos inside Biafra land. And I am just, I tell these people, they do not even have no clue. They don't know how prepared some of us are. They have no clue. Just like Honorable Opara has said, the deceit of the agents of the Nigerian state around this struggle, their deceit do not last long. Just like Honorable Chief Opara has met with this guy and told him the real fact, presented the fact. Those of them that initially were trying to deceive the guy has seen the truth. America has seen the truth. Once you see the truth, you can't go back to the lies. It will not work. It can't. So I thank Chief Opara for what they do, for propagating the truth to the world. It is a task for everyone here listening to me to make sure where you see these criminal liars, starting from Tinubu and all those that work with him, and anyone, anywhere they go to lie, immediately go there and present the facts to that person, to that congressman, to that cabinet member. That's our task. We must continue to do that until they all crumble, and they are crumbling by the second. Be not deceived, I'm telling you. There are certain places Nigeria government cannot enter in this America, I'm telling you. regardless of, forget all the nonsense. These newspapers they bought, BBC and all the lies they are propagating. When they mention Boko Haram, mention ISWAP, mention ISIS, can you imagine BBC adding us, adding IPOB, adding Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, adding Namdekan to the list where they have ISWAP, ISIS, people that are chopping people's neck, people that are killing people, killing Christians. That is how dangerous BBC is. I'm telling you, it will not be well with them. It will not go down well with them. But their lies, those lies are manifesting to the world leaders every second. They know the terrorists, they know the criminals. But because their interest is in the oil they get from Nigeria, that's why they lie against indigenous Biafrans, people like me. Maybe tomorrow they will include my name as a terrorist. They will include any other Biafran name as terrorist financiers, because that is how they roll. That is how they roll. But we know them. And I'm telling you this time around, it's not going to be easy. Because the world have known that you, Nigeria state, and your politicians, you send to different countries in the world, you are the real terrorists. How can you take a whole country of almost 50% Christians and 50% Muslims and dump them into the Islamic organization? One same person does that. But that's exactly what Tinubu and the Nigerian politicians that are running around the world, that's what they're doing now. That's what they did. You carry us, Christians, and you dump us as an Islamic country, and you expect us to just keep quiet. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you think
we're not going to keep quiet.
They think that is okay. And they're coming to America to lie to the American Democrats or cabinet members or some of them that they used to talk with before. Oh, there is nothing like a genocide in Nigeria. There is absolute 100% genocide in Nigeria. And anyone, any leader that does not see this truth is an evil person. Very evil person. Very evil. That means you are romancing the terrorists. You are building the terrorism, and you want them to use it to attack us Christians and plot attack against America. That's exactly, if you are an American leader and you welcome any of these criminal ambassadors that we are instituted by Tinubu announced 2 days ago, you are supporting terrorism. Just know it right now. And you will not go free. You will not go free doing that. I'm telling you. You will not go free. So again, they come with their lies because they're always the noisemakers. Empty drum makes the loudest noise. When you see them jumping, perambulating from one place to the other, they will tell you, oh, they went to DC to conduct a fake hearing that there was no American senator or rep member that was there to hear. But they will fraudulently, they'll fraudulently tell you because they got a space in Washington, D.C., therefore they conducted a hearing for Biafra. These are all lies. Nobody should believe this Elias Gabasolas that's fraudulently moving around with the criminals that are working with the Nigerian state to disrupt the full restoration of Biafra. But I am sure he is hearing that sound of music. No matter how he pretends, not under our watch. I'm telling anyone that you think that these millions of innocent blood that have been shed and Nigerians that continue to shed in Biafra land, you think you can use your one Nigerianist agenda to deceive the gullible ones you are talking with. You are not going anywhere. I promise you. I promise you. And again, I'm using this opportunity again to tell indigenous Biafrans inside the 40 state of Biafra land, working with the delegitimized governors, whether it's Soludo or the one in the Enugu state or the old Ebonyi state or the old Imo state or the old, if you are a true born of Biafra, you must immediately surrender yourself to the governor of your state for your own good. You need to do that immediately. Immediately. You are safe inside the United States of Biafra government. I am telling you, you are not safe under any of these Southeast delegitimized governors. You are not safe. You are risking your life because they are the ones that will kill you. I'm telling you, and label you something. You can leave You can take a trip, move to Lagos, move to Middle Belt. Just go and chill somewhere. Because this last phase that we are moving into in Biafra restoration, I'm telling you, you are not going to go free. Forget all that shenanigans. You all go to this house and be making noise and parading up. We know where you stay. We know who you are. Unless you are not in Biafra land, I'm telling you. Any plan to work with the Nigerian terrorist state or work with Soludo or with any of those Southeast, the legitimized governors, you are risking your life of their criminality. And don't let their sin fall on your head. Leave immediately. We have so many Biafrans that have made a U-turn. Many of them,
they're going to make.
Many of them, they are free. Once you make that U-turn, you'll be free to start fighting for your motherland. Not to fight for Tinubu, not to fight for Soludo, not to fight for the delegitimized governor. They are very, very few. And I keep telling Biafrans, these people I just mentioned, they are less than 1%. Biafrans are 99%. There is no way. Even if they have 1 billion guns, there is no way they can defeat the 99% of the indigenous Biafrans. So it's for your own good. And again, I want to use this opportunity to tell Tinubu and the Nigerian state, the legitimized governors, some innocent Biafrans that you've sent your military and police to take away, you must leave them. You got to let them go. We have a list. We have Jerry A. You have in the DSS, either in Rivers or Port Harcourt. We have Sunday Jacobs. We have a lot of innocent Biafrans. You are taken away. We have their list. You must let them go. If you don't let them go, we pay the price for that. Let Nnamdi Kanu go. He has not committed any crime. Let Simon Ekpa go. Finland. He has not committed any crime. Finland, you are holding Prime Minister Simon Ekpa because of the lies Nigerian state told you. But you can take a cue from the United States of America that have declared Nigeria a country of particular concern. And you know what that means? That country of particular concern was what Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was trying to make sure it does not continue. The same thing within Nnamdi Kanu. So I believe Finland, you should be licking your wounds right now with your attitude, with your behavior. And I'm telling you, you must let Simon Ekpa go immediately. Immediately. For that which he seeks, we already got. In Nigeria, you must let Nnamdi Kanu go. For that which he seeks, we already go. The Biafra elite squad will defend the United States of Biafra 100% within this next 1 year, is a promise. You're not going to like it. You will not like this. But there is time now to sit on the table. If there is anything we need to discuss, anything we need to share, anything, now is the time to do this. Now is the time to do this. There will be losses on both sides. But I know the side of the United States of Biafra will be very, very minimal because of the trainings we're giving our people. The earlier the Nigerian state comes to the table, the better. I'm using this opportunity and I'm reaching a hand of fellowship to Nigeria Tinubu or whoever is representing you. I am ready to sit on the table to make sure that we resolve this crisis amicably. There is no other person that will resolve this except myself and the United States of Biafra cabinet. Anybody talking to you anywhere, they are deceiving you. I am with the United States of Biafra government, cabinet members are the only people that will resolve this issue as quickly as within the next 1 or 2 months, we can resolve that. And we let the world know we are capable of resolving our problems. So that